Hey everybody, it's Kerry with a look ahead for the week of August 3rd to the 10th. I know that it's already August 4th. It was a busy weekend. Mercury is still retrograde. I had my monthly class on Sunday that I was prepping for. So if you're interested in learning astrology, you can quest over to my website and figure out how to join my group. Um, anyway, so let's just take a look real quick at this week ahead. No major planet shifts happening. There will be a full moon on the 9th in Capricorn. Mars and Saturn and Venus and Jupiter are all in place. The sun doesn't even move until next week. We'll talk about that. But the thing that's happening is I think the major things that come out to me are Mercury is still retrograde. It goes direct on the 10th, 11th of August. The Saturn Mars opposition is tightening up and will become exact this week. So that's one of the big things. And also Jupiter Venus. Venus is moving closer to Jupiter. So those three things are standing out, actually four. So Mars Saturn opposition, Venus getting closer to Jupiter, the moon getting full on the 9th, and Mercury going direct on the 10th, 11th. So that's that. And so this will be the last week, and then next week we'll see a bunch of changes. The sun is going to be moving, Mercury's going direct, et cetera, et cetera. So let's break it down. I have the chart up of yesterday, August 3rd. So Sunday, Monday, we're looking at the moon in Scorpio. And here, let me just advance us up until Monday. So this is Monday the 4th, and you can see the moon's in Scorpio for the most of this day. But let's just look. As you can see, there's Saturn, Mars are opposite, and Mars is at 412, Saturn is at 719. That's like right now, August 4th. So as the days go by this week, they will get closer and closer in their degrees. So you're seeing Saturn at 719, and it's retrograde, so it's going backwards, and Mars is going direct. So when Mars and Saturn are interacting, like if there's a conjunction or an opposition or a mutual aspect, we really get that feeling of tug of war, push and pull, trying to use force, etc. So if you're confronting something that feels like, oh, this is a long time coming and I really need for this to move, the brute force plan of Mars is always there. But on the other side of it, with Saturn retrograde, it's a little tricky. And both of them are in dual signs, as well as Venus and Jupiter. So we've got Mercury's signs really activated, as well as Jupiter's signs. So they're all dual signs. There's a lot of movement and back and forth in Gemini, in Virgo, in Sagittarius, and in Pisces in general. And right now, with all of those planets in those signs, we're really feeling it. So it is the time to move and change things and move things down the road and keep going. Brute force might be the plan, but I'm suggesting maybe just slowing it down a little. And with Saturn retrograde in Pisces, it might be like using unexpected, slippery moves to actually move things rather than just pushing. So just a suggestion this week, if you're feeling like you're pushing and nothing's moving. So, all right, so this is Sunday, Monday. I'm just going to move us a little ahead. Tuesday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to have the moon in Sagittarius. This is opposite the Venus-Jupiter combination, so that's going to really bring that out. So we're talking about Tuesday and Wednesday, Mars's day and Mercury's day. So Venus and Jupiter, let's get into that. You can see Venus is at 13 degrees and Jupiter's at 19 in this particular chart. This is Wednesday. That's tightening up. So where Saturn and Mars feels like some sort of tug of war going on, the Venus-Jupiter combination to me feels like really positive, really enthusiastic, really forward looking, really like, let's learn together, let's band together, let's be a community, let's learn and grow. So there's that energy going on at the same time as that Mars Saturn face off energy. Interesting. So, probably that's why I'm late on this forecast, is that Venus being in Gemini is really triggering my social. I was just chatting, honestly, all day yesterday with random strangers. So that's why I didn't do this video. But with Venus in Gemini, the Geminis and Sagittarius amongst us really could feel very social. Sagittarius is getting a lot of energy right now. It's getting the Saturn aspect. It's getting the Mars aspect. It's getting both Venus and Jupiter. So if you're Sagittarius, or there's an important part of your chart that's Sagittarius, that's really getting activated right now. It could be in a positive way. Maybe Sagittarius is your first house. Could be in a tough way. Maybe Sagittarius is your sixth house. So just note that there's a lot of energy, especially Tuesday and Wednesday with the moon there. Could be very social for some of us, or antisocial for others, depending on your chart. So let's just cruise through. This is Thursday. You can see this is always at sunrise when I'm showing you guys. This is Washington, D.C., because I'm American, and we're looking at the very beginning of the day. So at the very beginning of the day on Thursday, the moon is in Sagittarius, but it will be moving in the day into Capricorn. And that makes us, this is Friday, moon at 10 degrees, exactly opposite Mercury retrograde. So let's take a note of this one too. Friday, hello. Mercury and the moon opposite exactly. That could feel like emotions versus intellect. That could feel like confronting sad situations with a renewed sense of effort. Anyway, okay, so Friday, that's an interesting thing that pops out. And then as Friday goes on, this is Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, right? So the moon is 23, almost 24 degrees, and the sun is at 23. So that is telling us that Friday night is the full moon in Capricorn, and it's in the nakshatra of Shravan. Shravan is also ruled by the moon. It is a very good time to sit down and listen internally and externally and find clarity. We've got the Mercury retrograde and the sun aspecting that moon. Shravan is a very good nakshatra for deeply listening and processing and focusing. So Friday, Saturday, think about those things. And then let's go. This is Sunday morning, August 10th. And I promise I'll try to get back to you a little sooner for a quick shout out for next week. But as you can see, starting next Saturday night, or Saturday night into early next Sunday, the moon joins up with Rahu. And that means it will then go through a couple days with Rahu, a couple days with Saturn. So it could be that the beginning of next week is a little rough whenever the moon is waning and going by challenging planets. Could be a little sensitive. This is Sunday morning, August 10th. I'm going to just put you forward one more day and show you that over here in Cancer, that the Mercury has gone direct. So that's next Sunday sometime, Sunday the 10th. Okay, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you have a good week. Enjoy yourselves and take care. Bye-bye.